Hey guys, welcome to the J-Chip Show. My name is J-Chip, and today I have a very special review here today. Today I'm going to look at the 2015 anime Food Wars, also known as Shokugeki no Soma. Ever since he was a child, 15-year-old Soma Yukihira has helped his father by working as the sous chef in the restaurant his father runs and owns. Throughout the years, Soma developed a passion for entertaining his customers with his creative skills and daring culinary creations. His dream is to someday own his family's restaurant as its head chef. Yet when his father suddenly decides to close the restaurant and test his cooking abilities in restaurants around the world, he sends Soma to Tutsuki Culinary Academy, an elite cooking school where only 10% of the students graduate. The institution is famous for its Shokugeki, or is known as Food Wars, where students face off in intense, high-stakes cooking showdowns. Soma is a rather energetic child who has the drive to be the best at cooking, but what I like the most about this character is that he's not really like most shonen characters. He's not a Naruto, he's not a Goku, he's not the best. He really does learn from his mistakes, and that's what I like the most about Soma. But personally for me, I wish he had a bit more characteristic in this season. Other than that, I think he was a fine main character, and he was one of the best characters in the entire show. Nikari Irina, also known as God's Tongue, is a very narcissistic and very tsundere character. Honestly, in my personal opinion, she was kind of the weakest character out of the main characters. I really didn't feel like she grew in this season. Of course, there's more seasons to Food Wars, so I'm assuming that she does grow as a character, but within this first season, she didn't really develop much. And also, she didn't really get a lot of screen time other than bitching at Soma. But other than that, she really wasn't that great of a character and wasn't my favorite character at all. But maybe she will get better in Season 2 and Season 3, who knows. But for this first season, I'm gonna say she's a really bad character. And also, God's Tongue is a horrible nickname. Megumi Tadakoro honestly was really a surprise to me. She's easily nervous, and she's sensitive, and she's really clumsy and shy. But really, she gets a fuck ton of development in this show, especially during the camp arc that takes place in the middle of the show. And that was the biggest surprise to me. I didn't really think she was going to be that great of a character, but she really is. She starts out as your bumbling, as I said, bumbly, clumsy character, but pretty soon in that arc, she learns to stand up for herself and learns that she can be a great chef, and Soma helps her out so much. And Megumi became my favorite character, honestly, because she not only did she develop from the camp arc, she even further developed past that arc. And honestly, I really like that, and she was a good character. My only problem is that she is a bit kind of cliche, but other than that, I think she was one of the best characters, and her development was really well. The animation for Food Wars was done by JC Staff, and honestly they did a bang-up job. Visually, this anime is consistent, and every dish that is made in this anime looks absolutely delicious, and the fan service is quite absurd, but I mean, it's pretty good for what it is. I mean, I can't really complain, but you know, it is what it is. The music for Food Wars fits really well, but it's not the music I'm going to listen to. However, its openings and endings are something I would listen to, especially that first ending, because I just got addicted to it when I first heard it. And the second opening is just awesome. I watched the first season of Food Wars, which is 24 episodes, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. At first, I thought I was going to hate it, but honestly, after watching it, I quite enjoyed it, and it's not really that bad of a show. Obviously, it's not going to be for everyone. The fan service is extremely absurd in every single way, but I found it very entertaining. I found the idea of a man like Soma failing and learning from his mistakes and getting better to be a lot more relatable than a guy like Goku, who is just the strongest ever. And yes, this is a shonen, but it's not a shonen battle series. And honestly, the tournament arcs were very entertaining, and I was at the edge of my seat, and the food looks really good. Obviously, this isn't a perfect show. There's a lot of problems. Like most of the side cast gets pushed to the side until the very end. And honestly, there's a lot of characters I wish that they had shown their skills in the competitions. But other than that, I found myself enjoying Food Wars nonetheless. I do not do scores anymore. I'll do a video on why. But I'm going to say this was a pretty good series, and I think you should check it out. For anime recommendations, I recommend Keijo for the simple fact that it is also a absurd, ecchi harem show with some really cool shonen battle-like animation. Keijo is by no means a good show, but I mean, if you're into the fan service part of Food Wars, you'll probably like Keijo. I also recommend Silver Spoon, mainly because the food does look good in that show, and there's a lot of cooking involved, but also it's just a unique style of storytelling in a school. Instead of being in a normal school, they're being taught about farming, and that's pretty cool. I'd like to thank Shaq359, Stuff We Play, Warpbait, and Neachan for supporting me on Patreon. You guys rock.